The reality of turning 18. Turning 18 was supposed to be a game changer. For me, turning 18 meant that partying, money, and promiscuity would finally enter my life. At the stroke of midnight on February 3rd, my life would magically move from restricted boredom to vibrant freedom. I would instantly become more attractive, interesting, and fun. Where did I get these ideas from? The media, of course. When people turn 18 on TV, they get a lavish party. They get their own car. Don't forget that they get a generous raise in their allowance. Not to mention that they have finally reached the legal age of consent and will explore their bodies to the fullest extent. This doesn't only happen on TV, because I see my friends doing it too, on Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. If they're not celebrating at a wild party, they're showing off their birthday balloons. When my friend Luke turned 18, he showed up at school in his brand new car. And Deborah, she strutted around like she was a movie star. How could I forget Kayla, posting all her romantic flings? Girl, we all know what you're doing. Becoming an adult was shown to be a life of pure glamour, and it was exactly what I wanted. The night before my 18th birthday, I decided that I would go to my mother and demand what I knew I deserved. The next day, I told my mother I wanted a car. Nothing big. A Suzuki Swift would do fine. The thought of not waiting for the bus was so nice. My mother said, "Girl, the only birthday gift I could give you is some advice." With a bit of my pride hurt, I asked for more money. "Well, if you can't give me a car, at least give me some more money. I'm an adult now, so around $50 a day would do." My mother looked at me and asked, "From who?" At this point, my pride was fully shaken. I didn't even want to ask to go partying. It didn't make any sense. I had no car, so I couldn't stay out past 12, and I didn't have any money to do it as well. I decided to ask anyway, hoping that my mother would give me a break. I asked, "Mommy, at least let me go partying. I only want to go 4 days." My mother looked at me and said, "You ain't laughing in here? No, stop bothering me and find something to do." I walked away feeling disappointed, disgusted, and depressed. That day I lied in bed and thought to myself, maybe all the perks of turning 18 don't come immediately. I decided that my more glamorous life would come in time, and that I would wait just a little bit longer for the magic to arrive. A few months later, I started college. On the first day, I walked up to the school gate and thought, this is it. This is where the magic finally kicks in. This is where I can find out about the best parties. If I keep my grades up, my parents will definitely give me more money. Not to mention, there's about 2,000 boys here, and I can have a new one every single week. I walked into school with my head held high and with bubbling excitement about my new life. Around the end of the first semester, I had become the complete opposite of what I set out to be. I wasn't more attractive because the stress of schoolwork and sleepless nights studying took a major toll on my face. I wasn't more interesting because I only talked about all the work I had to do. Don't forget that I wasn't more fun because I spent so much time studying, I spent no time partying. While preparing for another boring day at school, I looked in the mirror and said, what happened to my life? What happened to all the parties that I was supposed to go to? What happened to all the money that I'm supposed to have? And where are the multiple orgasms I'm supposed to be having from my casual flings? Did I do something wrong? I know that some of you in this audience have already turned 18. And if you were in this same position, I want you to know that none of us did anything wrong at all. For those of you who have yet to turn 18 and think like I did, here's a wake-up call. The truth is, turning 18 is not the glamorous change it is portrayed to be. When you turn 18, you instantly gain an enormous amount of freedom that you can't use. It's the age where there's the least glamour, the most stress, and the most student debt. You'll spend more time crying in bed about your grades than ever having sex. I wish you luck finding the energy to party after spending all day in class. No, guys, none of these dreams will come to pass. When you leave here, I demand that you do one thing. When you meet up with anyone that's about to turn 18, tell them the truth. They need to know that none of this is going to happen, not even a bit. Tell them to be more realistic. They don't need to spend time worrying like me while their vibrant life didn't start at 18.